Right, okay guys, it is Wednesday the 10th of August 2022. I've just done my my usual weekly update on the Anfield Stand development. But one thing I keep getting asked and keep getting posted on my channels, it has been for a while now, so basically since I've started doing this, is will Liverpool be developing the Dalglish and KOP stands to match the main stand and the Anfield Road stand developments? At some point will they be doing that? There's a lot of kind of speculation, and there's a lot of kind of, you know, there's a lot of divide between what people think about that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the drone up now and we're just going to take a look at the what would be the Dalglish side and the KOP end. We'll have a look at them and look at what space they've got around them and see if I can kind of talk you through what I'm looking at, so we can get a better idea. And I'll tell you kind of what I know about it, and bear in mind what I know is going to be things that I read, basically that I read and find out about it. Other people may have read other things, bear that in mind, okay? But let's get up and just take a look at that Dalglish side and the KOP end and see what we're looking at. Okay, I'll kind of talk you through what I think we're looking at as well. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so here we go. As normal, we're going to go straight up, looking at the Anfield Road stand. At the moment, so we're going to get up to about, I'll get up to about 70 meters to make sure I'm well above those cranes, and a good distance above it. Nice safe distance, 70 meters. Can't go wrong. Right, okay, so there we go, 70 meters. Right. So we'll take a move round now towards it, moving across the back of the Anfield Road stand towards the Dalglish stand at the moment. Okay, so if we just stop there and have a look at it there, I can envisage there, looking at the main stand to the right, the big one, and what they're doing with the Anfield Road stand is going to be very similar. If you've seen the illustrations, do you know what? I'll share one right now, an illustration of what that's going to look like. So it's going to be very similar, and you can see what they're, obviously what they're going for. And I could see personally, I could see that they would want to do that with the other two stands and make it this one big, huge stadium with all very similar stands, because at the moment it's going to be two big ones, being the main stand and Anfield Road end, and the two smaller stands, the two single tier stands, being the KOP and the Dalglish stand. So let's actually look at the areas used on these two big stands first. Okay, let's take up a bit more and have a look at the areas. Right, okay, so we're actually getting up to like 90 meters now. There you go, 90 meters. So here you go. Let's move back. I'll do it a bit quicker. Let's move back around. Looking at the size of the areas really used for the main stand there, and obviously the main stand's got a lot of that big, that big kind of pathed area around it as well. Anfield Road won't, well, it's going to have the path behind it, but Anfield Road, I don't think, I'm not sure, I don't think it's used as much as an area. So let's go now right round to Dalglish stand, and the road behind Dalglish stand is Skerries Road. Now let's get round to the road. Okay, there we go. So what we're looking at there is obviously you know the Anfield Road stand with its back to us. To the left is the Dalglish stand, and you'll see the road that runs down the back of it. Let's move right over. I want to get the stand in, but the stadium in, but let's move right over. So there, okay. So we're going to see how close that road, that row of houses actually is. Let's take a flight over. There. So, as it stands right now, Liverpool have got a car park, a small car park behind the Dalglish stand. But then straight after that is that row of houses on Skerridge Road. That row of houses, that block of terraced houses, I believe belongs to the council, or maybe they're actually privately owned. People may have done like the right to buys or whatever, if that's actually still a thing. I'm not sure. Not 100% on the conveyancing on that. But the point is, people actually live there, and I'm not sure if what everybody knows, but the Anfield Project, it was called, I think the Anfield Project, I think started in around like 2010 or something like that. May have been earlier, sorry if I'm wrong, may have been earlier, but the plan was I think the initial plan was to build a new stadium in Stanley Park. I think it was called the Stanley Park Stadium or something like that, but that was then scrapped, I believe, when Fenway took over, and they decided to redevelop. But now the problem is, I'm going back away here, but the problem is the Liverpool's initial Anfield project was also to develop a lot of the housing around it, and I believe it didn't go to plan. Don't know the exact ins and outs, but I believe it didn't go to plan, and people were not very happy about it. So there's now a big issue with whether Liverpool will be able to buy this housing at all, so they can develop it, and whether they'd be allowed to. And then there's the stink. You know, there's the kick-off of it as well. And it's people's homes, you know, it is people's homes, so that is the problem they've got. Let me move round there. Moving right over around these houses, looking at the Dalglish stand. Okay, there, let's stop it there. So yeah, I mean, we look how close that is. That's not going to be enough room, is it? That car park, so they take up all that car park space to put the stand in. It's just not enough room. Let's pan across and look at the amount of space used already to do the Anfield Road stand. The main stand, you can see, is huge. So no, there's not going to be enough space, in my opinion. Construction's amazing nowadays, isn't it? But in my opinion, that's not enough space. So that's the problem. That is the problem there. The row of houses, when I say that, that's Liverpool's problem. The housing isn't a problem. People's houses are not the problem, but that is Liverpool's problem if they wanted to rebuild. And I know a lot of Liverpool fans would want to. I understand that. There's a lot that obviously wouldn't, because it's people's houses, but yeah, so I'm not really answering your question, am I? Because it's too hard to answer. But the Anfield Road, the Dalglish stand is so difficult to rebuild because of the row of, you know, the housing there. Let's move round to the KOP stand if I can. It might be a bit dodgy because the signal may drop out, but let's try moving around to the KOP. Moving right over the stadium now. There we are. Let's look at the KOP from this way to begin with. Okay, so as you can see, it's housing again, although the houses are further away. Let me get out there. The houses are further away, but big problem is, let's look down at the problem. Right, here we go, looking right down. So we're right above the KOP end now. Right, big problem is, on the Dalglish side, they at Liverpool at least had the car park behind the stand, didn't they? Here, they've literally got, there's zero space, and this road, that road running along there, it's kind of a diagonal. Just wait there, my drone's losing signal, which it kind of does. Okay, so trying to move guys in a better position. That road is an A road. That's a busy road. So what they'd, right, my drone is struggling. Let me see if I can take it higher. Higher might help. And higher has helped. So yeah, that road, as I was saying, is an A road. It's a very busy and important road. So they need to look at somehow getting in some sort of bypass for that road, like an alternative route. That's such a big job. Such a big job for them to do that, and I just don't know how they'd be able to. That's all. Let's pan up, and then look, there is obviously then housing very close. This right here to the right is Liverpool's. Anyway, I think that's the actual mega store. So we're looking just to the right of the stadium roof. That's the mega store, and then you turn around into the main stand. So remember, we're right above the KOP at the moment, the KOP stand, and yeah, that's a busy A road, more housing. So it's going to be, I'm going to take us back over, bring me back home. It's going to be very, very difficult. Let me sort my angles out. But coming back over it, you know, you see, it's going to be stadiums. It's a fantastic stadium, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be even better when this Anfield Road stand's completed. But it would look better, wouldn't it, if they could do, you know, if they could do a complete. Look at that main stand there to the right. If they can do that sort of thing with the 3 other stands, it's going to be enormous. It's going to be, you know, an amazing stadium, possibly one of the best. But I think the fact is that they can't, not with the way things are. They just simply can't. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, I think the fact is they just can't do it. The only way I can imagine they'd be able to do it is ploughing a lot of money, and I mean a lot. They'd have to buy out all the houses on Skerries Road, possibly the ones down by the KOP. They'd have to look at diverting that A road, moving that round somewhere. I don't even know if there's the space for that. The other thing is what I am aware of, and I'm not aware of the exact numbers on this, but when a stadium goes above a certain capacity, there has to be, I believe there has to be some sort of trains or trams that come, you know, that are close to the stadium for public transport for fans. There's no trains close to Anfield, and there's no trams in Liverpool at all. So that's an issue as well. So they'd have to also invest in getting, you know, a tram connection built through Liverpool, or a new train station or something. That is just unbelievable investments for it. Will it be worth it for them? Possibly, yeah, possibly. Could they get the stadium full if they had 4 big stadiums like the main stand? Absolutely, they could. That would not. You know, I'm an Evertonian. I know for a fact that wouldn't be a problem with Liverpool at all. But Liverpool could probably have a 200,000 seater and still fill it every week. You know, without kissing, you know, without kissing bums or anything. That's just how it is. That is how it is. Everybody knows that. So yeah, I'm not sure if I've answered the questions there. That wasn't my point, because I don't know the answers. But the point was, people do keep asking me on my videos, will they be doing that? Well, they're not asking me, they're just asking in general. Will they be developing the KOP? Will they be developing the Dalglish Stand? I don't know, but right now, as we've seen there, looking at the areas around it, no, it's virtually impossible unless the money talks and they plough a lot in. Perhaps they've already got plans in place. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Just a little insight as to what we're looking at around the other stands that haven't been worked on yet. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please like, share, subscribe if you don't already. If you'd like to buy me a beer at all, you can do so using that link. Buy me a coffee, but as you might know, I prefer a beer. Buy me a beer by all means. No pressure though, please don't feel any pressure. Please like, share, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed that. Loads more to come, obviously. Take care, guys. Bye now.